Good afternoon, welcome to Pouring Through Life. So I'm just gonna get right to it since this is a heck of a process when you're working with flowers. I like to work them in the resin a little bit so that there's no air bubbles. I like to have my little tweezers, even though there's paint on them, they work really good for the resin. In my clear resin, I have probably about 10 drops of this silver additive. It's just like a really very mild, kind of like a shimmer to the resin. I don't know if you can see that too good. Hopefully you can see that. I'm just sitting here thinking about if I want to add some violet sparkle. I have the Bling It series, Sparkle series, and it says red sparkle, but they mislabeled it. It's actually violet sparkle. And I've been trying to decide if I want to put a little bit of some violet shimmer to this. And I think I'm going to just go ahead and go for it. I don't know if you can see that. You see that iridescent quality to that? Boom, 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 boom. So I'm just going to put a little bit in there, maybe like 1/8 of a teaspoon probably. I didn't know up until recently that this was, you could put it in resin. So I've had the Interference series from ColourArte for a while, and I just didn't know you could put it in resin. And I love to do this. I love to put stuff that's kind of unexpected, but I want to get a wiggle on it because otherwise, yeah, I just don't want it to get too, hopefully this isn't too much. I don't want to take away from the beauty of the flowers at all, but I do like that violet shimmer. It's really pretty. Another nice part about doing it this way is if you have any of the bubbles in it, you're not going to really see them because the glitter and the violet sparkles will hide the imperfections in your resin. This kind of camouflages it a little bit. I don't want to whip too much bubbles in here. So little trick I learned a while back is to spritz your mold with isopropyl alcohol, and what that does is it helps alleviate any bubbles from the corners of the mold. And I'm dumping the entire thing in here because I need it all in here. This will be the first layer. The second layer will be probably black. If I don't do black, it'll be white. I haven't decided yet. I'll kind of decide once, I don't know, it dries, and maybe before bed tonight will be the deciding factor of what color I use. I don't know yet. I forgot to put gloves on, so bear with me here. Throw some latex gloves on really quick. I might have did too thick of a first coat, but my table's not level, so let me put some popsicle sticks under there, and then I will have a better idea if I put too much of the first coat. And I can always take a little bit out and put it in a different mold, like one of my heart molds, which this one is dirty, so I'm not gonna use that one, or my little doggy mold. I always have, whenever I have a little bit of leftover resin, I will utilize it in that way. So let's play around with this a little bit. The thing about resin is you want your table to be level. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some heat on here and pop some bubbles real quick. This really cool thing that it'll sit in, and this tray will sit in this, so that's gonna be neat looking. I will most likely do the outer edge with gold since this is a brass colored tray thingy. I don't know what it's called, but was thinking, I've been sitting here thinking about what color edges I want to do, and I could have, you know, done the mold beforehand, but honestly, I didn't feel like it. Okay, so that's better. Let's see what I got left in here. The other reason why I use the isopropyl alcohol is then I don't have to heat the resin as much. So you don't have as much off-gassing when you don't heat it up. I have never done a tray with flowers before. This will be my first time doing that. I had to repair this mold. When I was cleaning it, I accidentally split one of the corners of it. I've used this mold to do some sculpture type bowls, and that's all I've ever used it for. Well, I did do one tray with it that I've never shown anybody because it didn't turn out very good. Trays have not been my strong suit. I have not had the best luck with trays, so today we're going to turn that around. Okay. So when I first got these flowers ready, I actually was planning on doing this coaster set off to the side, see? But when I realized the silicone repair was dry, I decided that I wanted to do this tray since it's been sitting there for several months waiting for me to do something with it. So I have, these are all roses that I have dried myself, and they're all beautiful, and they are gonna love living in this. And I'm just gonna start placing them kind of where I think they'll go. And I might have to pull out a few extras just because I like to work in odd numbers, and I just do. It's just the way I work, but I might not need to. We'll see how it all works out. I have a really big pink one I could put in the middle if I need to. I need to think about this a little bit. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip this over in the resin. Oh, that's gonna be really pretty. And that does create a little bit of bubbles, but doing it this way, coating the flowers in the resin, oh, it makes such a huge difference in how it turns out. It really helps a lot. And you'll have occasional petals that break off. Just incorporate them into your design. It's not a big deal. I'm trying to decide how I want to design this. I don't know what my problem is today. Oh, another petal's gonna fall off. As these are dry, they're very fragile. I might not be able to keep twisting them in the resin like that. And then once you spin them, you really need to push them into the resin so that you have a nice coat on top, and then the bubbles can escape. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna push some of these.
sure. I don't want it quite so even with the flowers. Otherwise it's not going to have any random quality to it. And I don't want it to be that even. Yeah, it's going to be pretty though. Okay, so if I go... Put this cutie right there. And this pretty one right here. I shouldn't have twisted them. And I have a few little daisies that I'm going to put in here. Maybe put there. I don't want that right next to it, so I'll move that there. Put this one there. Okay, so I have a couple of daisies that I want to incorporate into this. Here. I want a couple, I'm going to pull out some of my other flowers to see where we have this. I feel like I need one more of the darker colored roses, or at least some petals of the darker colored rose. Too many odd, even numbers. I like to do odd numbers when I do floral arranging, because in nature, they almost always are in odd numbers. Very, very rarely do you find a flower with 4 petals. No, just don't. So I'm going to do a little bit of resin and drizzle it on top of these ones that I didn't turn over, just because I need to have, I want them all coated really well. And it's already starting to thicken up, but I have a few, it'll be alright. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those projects that I'm not going to be able to sell. I'm going to love it so much.
These flowers, every one of these are Mother's Day flowers that I got for Mother's Day and dried them all myself, except for the daisies, which my daughters helped me pick those from a little field in Seattle while my other daughter was having surgery. Yep. Of course, as soon as I start doing a project, the flies come out. I don't know why, but they do. Alright, I'm just gonna rotate this around, get some of this resin flowing back the other way. Just wanna go and tuck these flowers down. And I got some candytuff. Right there. And I have another pretty good sized candytuff, and I'll put you right here. I'll have a couple rosebuds.
I know how to spell design now.
You do? Cool. Okay, think about this a little bit. Tiny purple pansy leaf.
I think this is going to be so pretty. flowers nice and pressed down where I want them to be.
Okay, welcome back. So now I'm gonna do the back part of the piece. It's not completely, I mean, it's sticky as heck, but it's gelled up enough where the other color won't mix with it. So I have a couple different pigments. These are micas. I have Lunar Dust Black Hole and Me Spring Black Charcoal. I think the Black Hole is the darkest. I think I'm gonna go with that one. And then I also have Piñata Mantilla Black. What I do when I mix my resin is I mix it together and then I set it in a cup of hot water. And this is a very thick resin, but I have virtually no bubbles in it. And what's in here will come to the top rather easily. So that way, I don't have to apply excessive amounts of heat or anything. I can just spritz it with, I'm gonna do a little bit of both actually. I can just spritz it with alcohol ink and it will take care of the bubbles pretty much completely. I have no time to waste. Okay, so I'm gonna put the alcohol ink in and this is gonna set off super fast, so I'm just gonna go for it. I want it to be opaque. I don't want you to see any of the other stuff through, so I'm adding quite a bit of alcohol ink to this. Yeah, this is getting hot. So, I want this to make the colors that it's on top of stand out really well, but unfortunately this resin is setting up. So I'm gonna have to just go for it. That's the only drawback to doing it that method. Because you have to heat your resin to get rid of any bubbles, it will set up ultra fast. So this is on the verge of smoking, and yeah, that was crazy. Luckily I was prepared. Otherwise that would have been a hell of a mess. But I can literally feel the heat coming off of this. And that would have set up so fast had I not been prepared. Oh my gosh. So there's like a fine line when you put your resin in the heated up water. You have to be careful because if you're not paying attention to it, I could have wasted basically 8 ounces of resin in a few seconds. So I'm gonna spritz that. And then I'm gonna go through, and I can see a few little leaves poking through here, but I don't wanna take a chance of because this is at its max, the mold handles, the max amount of resin the mold handles. So I don't want to mess it up. So I'm gonna come over here and I'm just gonna grab onto this and see if it will come out. And it did, so that's that one. I just don't want that to poke through. I have no more room to add to this mold. So you want to make sure any of the flower petals that weren't covered in the first round of resin, you want to make sure they're good and poked down. Okay, so I think it's good. That was crazy though. It was setting up so fast. Okay, so what I do to keep from ruining my mixers, Sophia, I will spritz them with alcohol and wipe them off immediately. So that way the resin doesn't bond with them. It's supposed to be able to be peeled off really easily, but what I have found is if you don't do this, you'll have your tool crack. So like this, I didn't do that, and if I mess with this, it just breaks it right in half. So I'll leave it alone. So I'm gonna let this cure up overnight and I will open it tomorrow. Good morning. It's time to see it. Cross your fingers, it better be beautiful. A little bit of overage up here. It's okay, it'll peel off. Can't wait. Here's this part that I was worried about because I had to fix this part. Got a little bit in there, it's okay. Okay. So it has a little tiny bit of overage that I gotta clean up. Wow. The interference violet took over. Pretty though. Kinda wish I wouldn't have put so much of that color in. You can't see the black at all. It's violet. But it will be pretty in here. Cute. That is adorable. Oh, there's a big ass bubble right there. I love it. Can't believe there's only one bubble though. I don't see any others. A couple little tiny ones over here, but that's the only major bubble. It's the main reason why I put the interference glitter, that silver glitter in here too, is it really does camouflage the flaws. Cute. This is really cute. I'm gonna take some photos of it and I'll post it with it. All right. I hope you like it. Roses didn't change at all in color. They look really good. Cute. A little baby's breath. How cute. Almost wish I would have left more negative space, but actually I really like it the way it is. Cool. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. I'd love to hear what you think. Is there something you would have done different? Is there something that you liked that I did? Alright, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.